came up on the hash song. Big with the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason to doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy does it. In public, hate it or love it. The underdog, we live as fars. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Choose to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it left side of Johnson. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here we go! White 90! White 90!
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. These two teams had not one but 2 memorable encounters a year ago. Their first one was Week 5. That's when Ben Roethlisberger threw a handful of interceptions. Jacksonville won big. And then, of course, the Jags, Charles, they doubled down in the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh again in Pittsburgh, 45-42, to advance to their 3rd AFC championship game in franchise history. And I like what you did there. A handful. 5 interceptions by Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, he struggled in that first outing. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw, Etling. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jake Ryan coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Roethlisberger. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And that one results in 35 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go. Snickers, you got to spin.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way down, looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. Reset.
Gatling to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. I got him. Back I got him. Flex round. Flex round.
Here's Hetling to throw. Going up top. And this is caught. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
They'll run. This is Blue. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Alfred Blue, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Etling. Escaping the pressure right. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
White 90. Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Etling. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Connor. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and... And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain here down to the 22. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! 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 Hey!
They'll throw it here at length. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Ohio! Ohio! Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Jack 16. Set. White 80. Solid. Find down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Roethlisberger now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And it's up and good. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out come the Jags. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. 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 Ohio.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Like 80. 50.
They start with a give to counter. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Telvin Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. What?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Look, and this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hey, that's it! 230!
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a third down. Ben to throw again. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They come out here, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And if the Steelers can convert the extra point, they will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
77. Focus.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Toss play, Connor. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go! Hey! 77.
Now a toss. This is Connor. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Set! Like 80! Focus, focus. 8!
Throwing now is Roethlisberger, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. They've got his man. Complete. A big third down play there for the Jags. 43 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, that a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. But still need one completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Etling. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So for Jacksonville, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Somebody call for the queen.